said, my name is Nick. I'm the best man. Let's
Hi.
try that again. I'd like to make sure you're all listening and present. It's good to know. You know, in some weird ways, I'm writing this speech for 12 years. That's how long I've known Tony for. It's weird to say the older I get. You're older than me, so. But you know what I would say is I'm truly honored to be here. You know, I didn't grow up without a family, and brothers, cousins, really small family on my side. And I was always honored to be like Brother Tony and looking at his brothers, how close they were over the years. And it was always just something that welcoming me into his family and his heart, and something that I've always cherished growing up. And it's insane, actually. One of the first times that I met Tony, I was interviewing for a job I was really unqualified for. Remember that? I was 17, interviewing for a management role at Best Buy, at the store downtown. And what was also funny is when Tony and I built a relationship, we were hanging out, going to bars, and go to the math and the age. Hopefully it's not being recorded. But a big part of our relationship was concerts, going out, doing things together, movie nights. And one thing about Tony I've always appreciated and respected is just his calm demeanor. Man of high integrity, high honor. And it's something that I've always appreciated about him. And one thing I think about Alissa and their relationship is I don't look at love as something that you have to have some similarities. I think it's something where you complement each other. And one quote that always comes to mind over the years, and I'm a weird historian, is Aristotle always said that independent souls come together to create one soul when they're in a relationship, when they're partnered up together. It's something that I think about Alissa the first time that we met, if you remember, was at Valenti's. It's a great restaurant in the city. They cure their own bacon, but that'll be a different discussion today. We sat down, and for about, I would say about 8 months, you were talking about Alissa and how we have to meet, and you kept saying, you guys are so much alike, you have to meet each other, you have to get a chance to connect. And so we sat down, and about 30 minutes into the conversation, we're drinking, we're hanging out, and Alissa walks me through her 5-year plan, and I'm like, yep, we're the same person. So, if you know me, I'm kind of analytical. I overthink things sometimes with love and affection. But it's one of those things where I really enjoy observing Tony over the years. And one thing over the last few years that we both have been together is I've seen him become a better man, which is hard to say. Because I've learned so much from you over the years, Tony. I think, Alissa, your organization, your preparedness, your willingness to put up with his stubbornness that to this day, I can't still handle it. I can't deal with it anymore. So this conversation. But in all sincerity, I think you guys complement each other so well. And it's not just the similarities that you have, but it's also the differences. Other thing too about Tony, and like your father-in-law was talking about, is I was always more of the boisterous one, the eccentric one. That sounds weird from this speech I'm giving. Kind of weird, I'm an eccentric. But the point is that Tony was always the calm one. He was always I would say the one that, kind soul. When I was younger years, he taught me how to relax. He taught me how to be more open-minded. And really made me a better man. And over the years of you and Alissa being together, it's only gotten better. And I'm just honored to be a part of your family here. We're all one family this evening, together. And I think it's important to recognize that. And the last thing I would say is, thinking about the future for you both and thinking about where we've been as friends, I think it's really interesting as you go forward in your relationship, how much more you can improve upon each other, how much more you can make each other better people. And that's something that I've seen with my wife, Monica, and I, that you've been a part of. And I think another story I'll tell is, interestingly enough, my wife and I have been together for 10 years, and Tony was a big part of that. Tony was there for, a couple open spats that we had, and was always the patient one, helping me to learn from my mistakes. And I think it's one of those things where, as I look at your relationship going forward, I'm just so honored to be part of it, and honored to be part of your family here and our broader family here this evening. So just thank you, and I appreciate it. And I won't embarrass myself anymore. So.